Hello everyone, once again it is I, the Professor. Now today, I want to do something that's probably going to be overly cliched, thereby turning myself into a huge fucking hypocrite, more than likely, but I don't really give a shit right now. I want to put out my thoughts on something that I have never talked about, that has been talked about a million times before, but nonetheless, I wish to get my thoughts out there about this particular group, mainly because if you have seen, I've done quite a few commentaries on these people before. Not that I do every commentary ever made on these people, but I've done enough. And to an extent, I enjoy the show that their fan base is based on. And that would, of course, be Bronies. Yes, before you start typing down in the comments section, yes, this is overly cliched. This is something that's done a million times before. But you know what? I said, fuck it. Why not just go ahead and put my thoughts out there and get that done with? Just get it out of the way, as it were. Now, the way I look at the fan base is I separate them into three separate categories. You've got Bronies, just straight up Bronies, and then you've got the Militant Bronies, and then you've got the Cloppers. Now, I'm not going to talk about the Cloppers because they've been talked to death. Everyone knows what the Cloppers are, everyone knows who they are, and everyone knows why they are moronic little idiots that need to realize, dude, you're fapping to bestiality and you're pretending to be involved in bestiality. So they just need to get past that. I'm not ranting on them today. Now, when I say just Bronies in these categories, these are the people who like the show. Yes, they like the show. They watch it, but they don't really give two shits if you like it or not. They don't want to force the show on you. They're not going to get all pissy and angry just because you make fun of the show or you make fun of Bronies. They're going to enjoy the show regardless of what you say, which these are the sane people. They're sane. Yeah, they might like My Little Pony. Yeah, you might make fun of them for whatever reason, but they're sane. They don't care. They're going to watch it whether you say it's bad or not, but they're not going to get all angry and pissy with you. Now, I have a couple of friends myself that I would qualify as just straight up Bronies, because really, they make fun of Bronies as much as other people make fun of Bronies, and they don't really give a shit if you make fun of them for being a Brony. They'll let you go on about your merry little way and your merry little business and not give two shits. And they'll start making fun of themselves with you just to help you out. Now, when I talk about Militant Bronies are the ones that have to defend Bronies and other fan bases to the bitter end, regardless of whatever reason you bring up. Regardless if you're a troll and you're just doing this to try to piss someone off. Now, I can bring up a couple of people. More specifically would be such as Poe8100. There's Death Air, or Death R, Air, however you say this username. Then there's also Super Optimistic Emo. They seem to be Militant Bronies. Because you start making fun of Bronies, they're going to get angry with you. And yes, to an extent, they are angry that you're making fun of Bronies. Why would they make so many videos and commentaries on people making fun of Bronies if this was not the case? And regardless of what you say, regardless of how you say it, they don't like what you have to say, so they're going to try to prove that you are completely and totally wrong with what you are saying. And most of the time, they're doing it to trolls. Because, let's face it, whether you're in the Sonic fan base, whether you're in the Bronies, whether you're an anime fan, most of the time someone is making fun of your fan base, they're usually a troll trying to piss you off. Yes, there are actual people out there who don't like said fan base and are not trolling, but you can usually tell the difference between them. Because their thoughts are usually more logical, they're usually not going to just piss people off for the sake of pissing people off. You'll be able to tell the difference between the trolls and the actual people. Now, yes, there are some that are just straight up stupid that are not trolling, and yet they sound like they're trolling because they're just straight up stupid and don't know how to make a good, decent point. Now, if you saw my last commentary, yes, it was on Poe8100, 8100, 8100, however he pronounces his username. I did the commentary on him, where he did a commentary on this DBZ Juggalo guy. And I've actually talked to DBZ Juggalo in private messages a couple of times now, and let's just say I have evidence as to, yeah, he's fucking trolling you bastards. So, I have evidence to say this shit. Now, here's the thing. The Militant Bronies. I want to cover a couple of arguments that they like to use. A couple of the arguments that I see that are erroneous, that are stupid, and that really they make no sense to be using to defend yourself. Such as one of Poe's favorite taglines. When is it okay? When is it okay? When is it okay to tell us that we can't like this? Or why should you feel you have the right to tell us you don't like this? or that we're wrong for liking this. Now, this logic is something that I find to be extremely flawed. For the sole fact, in you saying this, you're saying, oh, you can't tell us what we should or should not like. And you don't have the right to do this. In essence, you're saying that I have the right to tell you that you don't have the right to hate this, but you don't have the right to tell me that I don't have the right to say that or like this. If that's as confusing as I probably think it sounds. In other words, they're saying that we have a right to tell you what to think, but you don't have a right to tell us what to think. And every time you come out with this argument, that's exactly how you sound. You sound extremely egotistical to this extent. You sound extremely pompous. Extremely high on your little fucking high horse. Like you're better than other people. Because you think you're in the right for liking something and being part of a fan base, but these people who are making fun of you and saying, dude, it's kind of weird, or it's wrong for you to like a show made for 4 to 6-year-old kids, or 4 to 6-year-old little girls, it's kind of wrong for you to do that. They don't have a right to say this, but you have a right to tell them that they don't have a right to hate this, or use that point. And to an extent, I can say that, yeah, it's a little weird to be as into a show that is made for 4 to 6-year-old girls, or 6 to 12-year-old girls, or whatever, adolescent children, and you're at the age of 17, that's kind of weird. And even I can say that to myself. Yeah, I'm 29 fucking years old now, but I have a reason for having gotten into actually enjoying the show. I've watched it with my kids. And through watching it with my kids, I've learned to actually enjoy the show to an extent. No, I don't like everything about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, but there are characters I can say I like. And I can actually say that the character development is good. I can say the art style is good. I can say I actually enjoy it. But I came to enjoy it from watching it with my children. It took me a little while to actually say, okay, yeah, I can actually enjoy this series. And even then, I can say it's a little weird for me being at my age to say, yeah, I can enjoy this show. And it is a little weird. How do you people not see this? It is a little weird to be of this age and like it. Now, I need to move on to some other points. Another one that I want to talk about, another defense that people use, and I've heard Poe himself use this a couple of times, because yes, I've went through and watched many of his videos. And that's the whole thing of, well, we're not all like this. We're not all like this. Or, I'm not this way. I haven't had that happen to me. I haven't done this. I hate this defense. I hate this argument. Because once again, it makes you come off as an egotistical little prick. I'm better than these people over here. I'm better than you. I'm so much better than you. You are beneath me, you little fucking idiot. I'm better than you. And here's the thing. If 90% of your fan base, 90% of the community you're in didn't act this way, do you really fucking think people will give you this much attention or try to piss you off this badly? That's why people come off and say, this is how the fan base is. Because 90% of the people in your fan base are acting this way. And even when you come off and you start defending the fan base in the way you do, Poe8100, you're proving their fucking asses correct. You're proving them correct. You really are. In your videos, most everything you say is proving the anti-Bronies or Bronies right. That you're all a bunch of little fucking idiots who don't like it when someone criticizes your shit. You're proving them right. So how are you defending your fan base? You are just as bad as they are. No, you might not clock to the ponies. You might not fat to the rarity ass. You might not fat to Twilight Sparkle. But you're still just as bad as they are. You're white knighting the fuckers. You're talking about how we're so wonderful. And you are all the idiots for not liking us. That's how your videos come off. And that's how your defenses come off. Another point I've heard used quite often by Bronies is that this show teaches a set of morals that we'd like, that we can utilize in our lives, in our everyday lives. This show teaches us morals, and that's why it's a good show. And that's why we should be allowed to like this show, is because of the morals it teaches. Let me ask you a very simple question. You're up to the age of 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, however fucking old you are. At this point, you haven't already been shown these same morals in your life somewhere before? Because I can tell you, when you were kids, when I was a kid, there were shows that taught these morals. There have been shows that taught these morals for years upon years. It took you until you were 17 years old to see My Little Pony to realize that you should be nice to other people? It really took you this fucking show to teach you these morals? You couldn't have learned this in another fashion? Are you that brain dead and that emotionless to have magical little ponies teach you morals at your age? These are morals that are meant for little children to be learning, and you're saying that I'm learning morals at the age of 17 or 20 or 22. I'm learning morals from My Little Pony that should already be instilled in you at your age. How the hell does that even fucking work? Love and toleration. Love and tolerance to the whole fucking world. And here's the thing. Militant little bronies. Militant bronies. They come off and they talk about how they learned these morals from the show about kindness and accepting opinions. And this is one that they really bring up, of how bronies are accepting of other people's opinions about stuff. Okay, I can look through, say, Poe 8100, I can look through Death Air, and I can look through Super Optimistic Emo and point out many times where they don't accept other people's opinions. Every time you make a fucking commentary, you're showing your reasoning why you don't like their opinion. Even when I make a commentary, I'm giving my reasoning for why their opinion in my mind is wrong, either logically or personally. That's what you do in a commentary. You fuckers are making commentaries and going on and on about how you can accept other people's opinions. You're full of shit. You're full of shit. You really are. You're fooling yourself if you really think you're so accepting of other people's opinions if you're doing this. Now, I want to just look through a couple of comments that I pulled off of Poe's video that I did a commentary on. And these are his subscribers, his fans. So you would assume that they go by the same mindset he does, that we're accepting of other people's opinions, that we have a right to do this, you don't. So these are people who should be like-minded to the person that they're subscribed to. You would assume as much, wouldn't you? That would be the correct assumption. If you subscribe to someone, either they entertain you or you agree with them. And sometimes it's both. So let's just look through some of these comments. Now remember, Poe is one of these people, and other bronies, militant bronies, are these people who attack anti-bronies, in quotation marks, for hating upon and use ad hominem attacks on bronies. Let's just look through some of these. The first one comes from Adamant Pony Guy. Arkansas plus Juggalo, is it really surprising? Because as we know, every fucking Arkansan is a Juggalo. We have the right to generalize, I have the right to generalize as a brony that all Arkansans are juggalos, and it shouldn't surprise me that he's a juggalo if he's from Arkansas. And yet, you guys get on to people for generalizing the My Little Pony fan base as gay. We can generalize, you can't generalize. Hello people, let's just look at the logic here. Where is the fucking logic? There is none. You're acting like an immature little idiot. You're doing the exact same thing that you're getting onto them for. The next one comes from Mr. Sam Talks. Oh, please. My gaydar is going off on this guy big time, and he calls me gay? Well, also, are you a fan of Doctor Who? So he goes on us about Doctor Who, blah, blah, blah. To which Poe actually responds saying he just recently started watching it, which means, yes, I was right. He's a new school Whovian. He's a fake Doctor Who fan. In my book. Now, let's just look at this. My gaydar is going off on this guy big time. Oh, he's so gay, guys! Oh my gosh, he's so gay! Oh, look at the Arkansan Juggalo. He's just so gay. I can't believe he called me gay. He shouldn't call me gay because he's gay. I'm going to use gay insults and then get angry that he uses gay insults on us. Oh my gosh! Oh guys, hello! Oh, hi! I'm so witty. I'm so clever. I'm so accepting and loving and tolerating. I'm a brony, guys. Are we getting the logic coming together here, people? Militant bronies. The next one. Emo Twinkie Bell 22. I love this one. Because if you remember, there is a one scene in DB's Juggalo's video where he just says, all you bronies should just fucking die. And yes, he said this to piss you fuckers off. He said you should all die. And Poe was like, what is wrong with you? And other people are going, what is wrong with him for saying that all of us should die for liking My Little Pony? And then someone like Emo Twinkie Bow 22 comes back and says, DBZ Juggalo, sir, go kill yourself. Should I say anything, or should I just let that sink in? Or can you guys already pick out the huge contradiction and hypocrisy that's going on right here? And then you have another one. The Where Creatures Den. I just took offense to his goth statement royally. I'm goth and a brony. A brony goth, so someone who is extremely happy and love and tolerant, and yet extremely goth that are supposed to be dark and deep. Oxymoron walking around. You're a walking contradiction if you're this way. This DBZ Juggalo guy can drop dead. But I'll still love and tolerate the shit out of him. Do you hear this? I'm gonna love and tolerate the shit out of him, but he should drop dead. I love you, man. Your opinion's okay. I'm fine with that opinion, but you should die. This is why I hate the love and toleration card right here. Because within a sentence, many bronies, much like this person, contradict their fucking selves. And then the next one. Poe8100. Do a good WTF commentary on Cricket 007352. Called you a warmongerer. Now, this one is a very special comment because I wanted to use this to point something out. About bronies, and the militant bronies in particular that I've been talking about in this whole video. They can't tell troll from actual criticism on the My Little Pony fan base because they're all fucking idiots. I've looked at this guy's channel, I've seen some of his videos. If you really can't tell that Cricket here is trolling the living fuck out of you bastards, you're a goddamn idiot. You're blind as fucking hell. And you know what? I wouldn't be half surprised if I turn around and see a commentary from Poe on this guy, because he's done it so many times in the past. If you don't believe that he's a troll, there's his username. Go to his channel and tell me he's not a fucking troll. Seriously, do it, please. And then I see, I need to find this guy's email so I can send him my IQ scores, a picture of my girlfriend, and a snapshot of me flexing without a shirt. Ugh, why do I have curves? Yeah! Muscle builders, yeah! I love these. I love these defenses on the internet. I really do. I love this defense of, oh, they don't know me. I should prove how they don't know me. Well, here, real quick. I'm on the internet right now, and I'm going to prove to you guys right now that I'm married, I have an extremely high IQ, and that I've got great big fucking muscles. Yeah. So, on the screen, I'm going to show you a picture of my current wife. Ain't she fucking hot? God, yes, you just want to lick some honey off her ass, don't you? You just want to get up in that. Well, I'm sorry, guys. That's my wife, motherfuckers. And look at this. Here's my IQ score, right here. I'm the smartest motherfucker in the universe. I'm smart as fucking hell. I am so smart that you can't even touch me. Hell, Einstein is almost dumber than I am right now. And then lastly, look at me. That's only after working out for 2 weeks. I used to be extremely fat. But look at me now. Oh, God, I'm ripped. Oh! Pumping the iron! I'm bench pressing 600 pounds every day. Yeah! 20 reps of 6 at a time. Oh! And then I'm leg pressing over 1,000 pounds. I'm leg pressing a ton every day. Oh! I'm so fucking buff. I love these comments because you can't prove jack shit on the internet. You really can't. In all seriousness, you really can't. If there hadn't been pictures of me on my channel, I could literally say that that guy in the picture was me, and you'd have no way to disprove it. Or that was my wife, and you'd have no way to disprove it if I hadn't have already showed you guys pictures of my wife. If you hadn't already seen pictures of my children, I could just show you some random kids. I could go pull back, say, Will Smith's kids, and be like, these are my kids, guys. You can't disprove it. Oh, they just look exactly like Will Smith's children. You couldn't disprove it. That's why I love these comments. They're so fucking stupid, and they're one of the worst fucking defenses you could put out there. Because they're full of shit 99% of the time. For all I know, this guy could have a girlfriend, a high IQ, and could work out every day. But there's really no way to tell unless they're actually going to come out and show themselves. Really, there's not. Now, lastly, I just want to bring out one last thing on Poe8100 himself. He said in a response to Kingdom Masters, who asked him if all he ever does is bronies and how does this not get boring, he responded saying, "Nah, I just do commentaries on anything that has to do with fandom. It's my little role in the commentator community." I didn't know that commentators had a specific role assigned to them when they joined the community. I think the big guys in the commentary community, we all need to meet up together and start assigning roles out to each person. Junior Fan can be the slow guy, Steven the Master can be the idiot, and Poe can just talk about bronies all day long. I would certainly like to do commentaries on other things besides anti-bronies, but there's hardly any content out there. Obviously, you haven't searched very hard, Poe, because I can type in anime rant and come up with rants about anime fans. Very easily. It's not that hard to fucking do, you just ain't trying to find any. I might do commentaries on really idiotic bronies, example Shadvick. I don't even know what to say. This shows his level of quality. This shows his desire to only stick with shit that's easy, or to stick with shits that are trolls, or extremely old and irrelevant. Shadvick! Really? Joshua 8428? Joshua? You're gonna go after you want to go after Joshua at this point? I'm sorry. Do you want to make yourself look like a bigger idiot than you already have? Really? That's just that's just ignorance incarnate. Joshua of all people. Even he himself will admit that he's a dead horse. That he's been made fun of so often that there's nothing left to say about the guy. So, everyone, those are my thoughts on the Militant Bronies and how stupid Militant Bronies really are. Now, there are people within the My Little Pony fanbase and the Bronies that I can respect and I can actually call friends because they're not psychotic like this. They don't go nutso because someone dared to make fun of My Little Pony. Dared to say, hey, there are actual bad aspects to the show. It might not be that good. Or, hey, I might like the show, but there are some things I don't like about it. Or, hey, bronies are faggots. I don't think bronies myself are faggots. I think militant bronies are faggots in the sense of they're idiots. Not in the fact that they're gay, but they're a bunch of fucking little retarded idiots. Militant bronies. They really are. They really fucking are. Militant bronies who come out and white knight the fan base without any reason to actually white knight the fan base. They're fucking retarded. They really, 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 really fucking are. So, this is the Professor. Once again, and as always, I bid you all a very fine adieu. And I wish to always remind every last one of you that within every fan base, there's going to be militant members. And regardless of the fan base, whether it be Pokemon, whether it be anime, Sonic, My Little Pony, any fan base out there, there's some fucking retards. There really are. And to defend the entire fan base is just ignorant as fucking hell. Adieu.